This is a weather forecast video for Tuesday, May the 24th, 2011. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You're going to see a batch of thunderstorms located over Oklahoma and Arkansas with the storm system that moved through the state this weekend. It'll be retreating back northward with another round in the Plain States. Here's the watch warning map from last evening. You can see a severe thunderstorm watch where those thunderstorms were. Some flood issues down there as well, up into Wyoming and in West Virginia, and some wind advisories scattered everywhere. Here's a severe weather outlook for today and tonight. A high risk in effect for south central Kansas into Oklahoma. That would include Wichita and Oklahoma City. A moderate risk surrounding that. It includes Fort Smith, Arkansas, Wichita Falls, Texas, and almost to Joplin, Missouri, where that devastating, deadly tornado was on Sunday. A slight risk into southern Iowa. Here's some parameters. This is the STP, significant tornado parameter. This is at 7 p.m. This evening. You can see they're maxed out over about in the risk area, south central Kansas into Oklahoma. There's the supercell parameter, the SCP, about in the same place, maxed out in south central into southeastern Kansas and into, in fact, southwestern Missouri as well at this point. Here is the significant severe. You can see it's maxed out in Kansas into Oklahoma into North Texas. You can see some in Iowa, but you need the oranges and reds for anything to be considered severe. Here's from a WRFa model from the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. You can see CAPE values. This says at 7 p.m. this evening will be upwards of 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 down there, with upwards of 2,000 in southern Iowa. Here's the Day 2 outlook. This is for Wednesday and Wednesday night. A slight risk just clips the southeastern counties of the state, with a moderate risk extending from Indianapolis down into eastern Arkansas, including Memphis and Louisville. Here's the QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. You can see some heavy amounts of precipitation will be expected over a lot of the state. At least an inch will be possible over the far north to almost 3 inches over the south. So let's take a look at it with the GFS Model Run. This is the 0Z run at 1 p.m. today. You can see a digging trough moving into the southern plains with a vortex over the Texas Panhandle. The low at the surface will be in about that same vicinity, with a front draping to the east of there. South of that warm front will likely be where the main threat of severe weather will take place. We move ahead. This is 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. The low is now moved into Kansas. There should be a squall line of fairly severe thunderstorms moving into eastern Kansas and Missouri. By 1 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, the low is in northeastern Kansas. It should be a washout on Wednesday across the state with some light to moderate rain, maybe even some heavy rain. But by Thursday, you can see that storm is now moved away, and it should be drying out with some drier and sunnier skies to end the week for Friday into the weekend. But Friday, you can see the next storm system is moving in. This looks to be a bit faster than it should be, so Friday could remain dry most of the day with some scattered showers late. But by Saturday, you can see that storm has zipped away. There still could be a chance of a shower across the northern counties, but otherwise most of the state will remain dry for the first day of the holiday weekend. Sunday, there's going to be a front very close by, just south of the state, so a pop-up shower cannot be rolled out on Sunday, but most places will be dry. Same goes for Monday. There's an isolated chance of maybe a shower or thunderstorm with a warm front in the vicinity, with a new storm system moving in out of the Rockies. And we head to a week from today, Tuesday. New storm system moving through the northern plains. The low is much further to the north, so chances of severe weather will be well to the north and west of the state, with maybe some thunderstorms. We head off into Voodoo Country. Here's Monday, June the 6th. You can see a vortex northwest of the state with a new storm system moving in. Down at the surface, you can see a low in northern North Dakota with a trailing front. That could bring a shower or possibly a thunderstorm. And GFS also shows tropical weather in the Caribbean. And at the end of the forecast period, On June the 8th, you can see a trough extending over the northern plains with a ridge over the southeast. And down at the surface, you can see some scattered chances of some showers and thunderstorms about, but it just will show that June could be fairly active with summertime weather. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.